Hi everyone, and welcome to another installment of Rich's String Theories. Today I'm just going to do a quick lesson on slash chords, and to illustrate how to use slash chords in your playing, I'm going to show you how to play the extended coda to the song Starship Trooper by Yes. And I think this piece really exemplifies how, by getting outside of your comfort zone and experimenting with different chord voicings and modifying chord shapes, you can really add some wonderful colors and textures to your playing and really help to advance yourself musically. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I've always loved that ending section to Starship Trooper. It's one of those pieces that I just never seem to tire of either listening to or playing. And I think what gives the piece its majestic sort of feel is really that unique chord voicing. If you play the same thing with sort of your standard barred chord shapes, you'll see it has a totally different feel. It's really just three chords over two bars repeated over and over. So it's just a G, D sharp, C. And you can see if you play it like that, it really sounds kind of ordinary. But what gives it that real special quality is the chord voicing. And that's where our slash chord comes into play. So what is a slash chord? Well, in a standard chord voicing, the lowest note of the chord is traditionally the root or tonic. So, for example, with your basic E major chord, the lowest note is an E. And similarly with the A chord, A bar chord, the lowest note is an A. D, the lowest note is a D. But with a slash chord, you're changing that model and you're creating an inversion by making the lowest note, the bass note, a note other than the root. And two common ways that's done is making the bass note either the third or the fifth of the scale instead of the root. And by doing so, you're giving the chord a whole different sort of color and tonality. Now, the reason that it's called a slash chord is because the chord is designated by two letters separated by a slash. The letter before the slash indicates the chord itself, and the letter after the slash indicates the bass note that you're playing over that chord. So, to return to our example of Starship Trooper, that entire final section is all based on mastering one chord shape, and that is a C G slash chord, or a C over G chord. And here's how you play that chord. Starting from the familiar C chord shape position, you're going to take your ring finger and place it on the sixth string on the third fret, and that's your G. Then you're going to use that finger to sort of mute the fifth string. Then the fourth string is the same, middle finger placed on the second fret, then the open G, third string, then the second string, first index finger on the first fret, and then here's the real icing on the cake. You take that pinky and you place that on the first string on the third fret. And so what you're getting here is the low G up here, and then the high G here. And that is your C over G chord. All right, now you ready to get fancy? You slide that up to the 8th fret. That's your G over D chord. You move that down to the 4th fret. That is your D sharp over B flat chord. And then back down to the home position. The C over G chord. All right, so you ready? Let's give it all a whirl. Alright, that's all we have time for today. And until next time, remember to keep practicing and spread the love. Cheers.